Welcome to the 6th annual or biannual Newman Prize for Chinese Literature. Today is a very special day for many reasons, one of which is it is Women's Day today, and we are celebrating the third laureate from China or the Chinese-speaking world as a woman author. It is also a birthday. Today is, this year I should say, is the 100th birthday of Chinese new poetry. It's a quick story worth telling. About, exactly 100 years ago, a Chinese poet went to America. His name is Hu Shi. He went to America and discovered American modern poetry written by Ezra Pound. He took that back to China, and he became dean of Beijing University College of Chinese Literature. And he wrote a very famous essay, an essay written in the form of 8 don'ts. Ezra Pound also wrote a poem or an essay about don'ts. Don't use rhyme. Don't use meter. Instead, compose poetry to the nuance of a musical phrase. Now, what's interesting is this story doesn't begin with Hu Shi going to America to bring modernism to China. It begins with Ezra Pound. Where does his ideas come from? They came from translating Chinese poetry. When he saw Chinese poetry, he saw an archipelago of images, right? Each character its own thing stretched across the page. He was inspired to invent something called imagism, which set in motion the last 120 years, more or less, of modern American poetry. So this is a really wonderful celebration because it happens to situate itself right at the 100-year anniversary of both modern Chinese and modern American poetry, born at the crossroads of our two great nations, civilizations, languages, and brought to the fore by poets themselves. Of course, we're here to celebrate the work of Xixi, but before we do, I have a special treat for you this evening. We have a dance called the Xianghe Ge. Xianghe Ge is based on a poem from the Shi Jing, which is, of course, the book of poems or the book of songs that was the foundation for Chinese poetry. The dance was choreographed by one of China's most famous classical dance choreographers, Su Ying. The dance is typically performed on drums, so the footwork connects the poetry to the body and the body to the song. The poem goes like this. 青青子衿，悠悠我心。众我不往，自主不死因。Blue-collared boy, you've long been in my heart, though I cannot go to you, and you cannot send me word. Or, because Chinese poetry doesn't always equal English, why can you not send me word? Well, we'll let the poem finish with the song and the dance. Our performers this evening come with Bai Xuejing. She is a professor of dance from Beijing Shifan Daxue, Beijing Normal University, with her students Zhu Dongmei and Qin Yuwei. Please welcome the dancers. As the banquet has begun, but the ceremony has not yet begun, we will do so after dinner, perhaps during dessert. So the whole banquet will also be accompanied by two zheng players playing the guzheng, here, the bridged zither. So I hope you enjoy the music and dinner, and we'll begin our ceremony shortly.